Live from Allstate Arena in Rosemont, it's high school hockey on Marquee Sports Network. Alongside Luke Jordan and Dylan Ward, I'm Chris Dubiel, welcoming you into today's Chicago Wolves local hockey showcase game as the Scholastic Hockey League All-Stars battle the Chicago Catholic Hockey League All-Stars. We're thrilled to bring you today's matchup live on TV thanks to Marquee Sports Network, the Chicago Wolves, and J&M Media. Top high school players from the SHL and CCHL will compete today in this third annual All-Star Face-Off. The teams will play for not only bragging rights, but the Old Wooden Skates Trophy. And the SHL has a winning streak going. They're going to try to make it 3 in a row after winning the first 2 All-Star games, including a 7-4 victory a year ago. And Luke, they're getting warmed up, and should be a fun game to bring all these players back from the holiday break.
Yeah, it should be. You know, they haven't played hockey in quite a little bit. You talk about the holiday break, but when you talk about the comparison of these two leagues compared to the last 2 years, it is so much tighter than ever. You're talking about the Bennett Academy Red Wings, who have no relation with the SHL, now at the top of the CCHL, beating teams who also compete in the SHL and CCHL, like St. Ignatius, Fenwick. And by the way, those players from those two teams will be on the CCHL team, really balancing things out. I think this is going to be the most entertaining All-Star game yet.
I'm excited. As mentioned, the SHL has taken the previous 2 versions of this game, but there's never been more parity in the SHL. Obviously, we mentioned how well the CCHL, at least the top of that league, has been playing, so should be an interesting one here this afternoon. We are going to go down to ice level. It's PA announcer Sam Schwartz will have our intros up until the anthem.
Between the best of the Chicago Catholic Hockey League and the best of the Scholastic Hockey League. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the All-Stars. First, for the designated visiting team today, the Chicago Catholic Hockey League. A senior forward from Bennett, number 8, Hudson Schwee. A senior forward from Bennett, 6, Sean McCullough, it's the president from number 10, Shane Kennedy. It's the president from number 1, Ben Sisla. A junior forward from Rice, number 7, James Esposito. Jay Brown. And forward from St. Maria, number 4, Ryan Walton. And from St. Maria, number 35, Brown Carroll. And Pittsburgh from New York, number 2, Drew Gurney. Let's meet the coaches of the Scholastic Hockey League. From Glenbrook North, and Marquee. From Glenbrook South, Jimmy Goodman Sr. From Stevenson, Dan Wood. And from the Purple, Paul Everhart. Let's meet today's officials. The referees are Evan Partridge and Sean Pondalchek. The lines people are Ben Stark and Daniel Mack. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024-2025 All-Stars. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise at table and remove helmet of wearing and face the flag as we honor our country and those who serve with a recording of soloist Wayne Winsler performing our national anthem. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what's the proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars rule the perilous fight. For the hearts we watch will so gallantly speed on the borders of the
All-Star Face-Off. We'll have opening puck drop next here on Marquee Sports Network. We are just about ready for opening puck drop here at Allstate Arena, home of the Chicago Wolves. We've got Dylan Ward ringside alongside Luke Jordan. My name is Chris Dubiel. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for a showcase of high school hockey in Illinois. It's the All-Star Face-Off between the Chicago Catholic League and the Scholastic Hockey League. The CCHL in red with blue, and the SHL in black with gray. Starting goaltenders both wearing number 1 for the CCHL from Bennett Academy. It's Ben Ciesla in our goal to the left. And down to our right from Glenbrook North, it's Michael Raderman. A couple of senior goaltenders starting for their teams. In fact, all 7 goalies that are here today are seniors. It's a very senior-heavy all-star game. A few underclassmen mixed in, but obviously an honor like this, schools tend to lean towards their leaders and their upperclassmen. There's the drop of the puck, and we are underway here at Allstate as it is chipped in by the SHL. Hoffer goes back to the point. It's sent back down low as the SHL tries to get set up on the cycle. Long flipper goes high and off the end boards. Kept in there by Loyola's Matt Klein. He goes Hoffer, centered, and that one was picked off. Good defensive play there by the Catholic League. Puck not out. Hoffer looking to center. Goes back to the point. Klein across, and it is coughed up there by Hipsch. Could be a chance here for the Catholic League. And a good poke check. CCHL keeps it in. They try to center. Here's a chance, and a big save by Raderman here early on. Michael Raderman, through 16 games in the SHL, a .955 save percentage. One of the best goaltenders in the state, and he makes a tough save early. Here's a chance for the SHL. Long shot into the glove of Ciesla, who sports some nice numbers as well. We're going to go down to the ice. Dylan Ward is with Evan Poulikitis.
Thanks, guys. Evan, first of all, you're sort of at the helm of all this. What does it mean to have the players, coaches, and fans back for the third year in a row at the All-Star Game?
Yeah, it really is turned into a great event. The kids are excited. Everyone's excited to be here. And you know what? I hope it continues for a long, long time.
CCHL put up a fight against you guys last year. You still came out with the win. Do you have any kind of game plan here today?
Yeah, we went through some systems in the locker room, but basically, you know, it's basic hockey. We want to go north and south, get people to the net, and you know what? Like I told the kids in the locker room, it turns into a real game. So don't come out here thinking you're not going to get hit, because you're going to get hit.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Yep.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. That's the head coach of the Glenbrook North Spartans, Evan Poulikitis. Does a lot for the SHL in addition to just coaching his team.
And you talk about how the SHL team running a couple of systems. You could tell that they were doing that early on. That first line they had out there looked really gelled, everybody in position.
Shot goes wide from Vavra. Got the Vavra brothers with Deacon Rose, an all Carmel line for the SHL. Back to get it, Schwartz fights off a check, and he's able to get rid of it. Could be a chance here off the rush for the Catholic League. Backhand shot, and it's lifted up high and out of play. A nice opportunity there from Notre Dame's Dylan Lazara.
Yeah, Lazara on a nice chance. Semmelhack able to turn him around right as he's about to get the shot off. It comes off inaccurate at the end. Nice last effort by the Spartan.
Face-off win there by the SHL. Played up the boards. Baker trying to get it out, could not. Gami back to get it. And then Chu trying to play it up the boards. Good pressure here for the Catholic League, but finally SHL able to break it out. Here's a centering pass by Baker. He was looking for Chu, but couldn't connect. Back they go the other way. Esposito trying to get around to check. Gami able to sweep it to the corner. Long pass is intercepted. And chased in down low. CCHL trying to get something set up in the offensive zone. Esposito centered it, and that went through a couple of skates. Not out. Good keep was made by Sveet from Fenwick.
Yeah, and I'm liking this shift from the Chicago Catholic roster. I mean, you're holding New Trier's line. This is the hypothetical line one when you look at talent on this SHL team, and they've held them in their own defensive zone for a while now.
Now a chance to counter for the SHL. Here is Chong trying to get to the front of the net, but he is checked. .50-50 puck poked into the SHL zone. Then a turnover, and CCHL's changing. Could be a chance here for the SHL. Wrist shot misses wide of the net. And it'll come back outside the zone. Hipsch will dump it in. Back to get it is Wilczak. One of the 4 Brother Rice Crusaders on the team. Put it ahead.
Yeah, and how about that offense for the Crusaders this season? 6.7 goals a game, the CCHL's best up to this point.
Esposito with 15 goals in 10 games in CCHL play for the Crusaders. Here could be a chance for the CCHL. Wrist shot. Raderman made the save, and he's able to find the loose puck and not allow a rebound.
Guys, some good flow to this one. That was only the second whistle of the game. I'm down here at the SHL bench right now. There's a very interesting balance going on of the boys messing around, having fun, smiling. But also, these guys are not taking this game lightly. There is definitely some competitiveness here on this bench.
Yeah, you've got most of the best players in the state all on one rink going head to head. There's definitely going to be some competition involved. Here's a backhand shot. It's blocked away. So not your average all-star game, at least not when you compare it to what the exhibition is at the pro level. Here's a shot. First really good chance there for the SHL, and Cecil turned it away. And you got two leagues competing and going for those bragging rights and a trophy on the line. Going to have a higher level of play.
Absolutely. I played in the IHSHL All-Star game 2 times in my career, and you're just playing, people in that league. It's so much different when you're competing against a different league. You're going 100%.
Here's a wrister, and it's gobbled up by Raderman. He gives no rebound on Jackson Stein. Check that. That was Ryan Loftus who took that shot. Loftus, 25 points in 21 games for the St. Viator Lions.
And guys, Paul Everhart, the head coach of Carmel Catholic, is on the bench here. We've got an all-Corsair line going on in the forward group.
They're back out there again. The Vavra brothers and Deacon Rose.
To mention Ben Vavra, the only sophomore in the lineup for the SHL today.
Yeah, and not only that, but Carmel, they're not at the top of the podium in the Scholastic Hockey League, but there's a reason they're sending 3 forwards. They have the second best offense in the SHL, just behind New Trier, averaging just over 3 goals a game. So much deserving of having a whole line out there for the forwards.
Face-off win by the SHL. They'll get that puck in deep. Rose is there to get it. Got it back from Vavra. Rose back to the point. That puck skipped. It'll go all the way down the ice. And it was ruled to be deflected all the way down by the Catholic League, so it's an icing whistle.
Yeah, guys, the two linesmen here were going back and forth with each other, trying to have that telepathic conversation of what to call at the end. The guy making the initial call waved it off, but right as the other one was blowing the whistle, so I guess it is an icing.
Face-off inside the CCHL zone. It's chipped up the wall. Then played around the boards. Pushed out of the zone. Dunley, one of the St. Ignatius Wolfpack players. They've got 5 representatives here on this CCHL team. Played in there by Vavra. Puck knocked away from him and back out to neutral ice.
And you talk about St. Ignatius, 5 players representing the CCHL. It's well-deserved. They have such a great senior core. You talk about Austin Haynes, Steinloff, Netsky in between the pipes. They're going to be a real threat come the state tournament in March.
How about this for Jackson Steinloff, who had a shot earlier in this game. He is leading the SHL in points and 4th in the CCHL. That just tells you how good of a season he's having to be at the top of the lists in 2 of the best leagues in the state.
I think that also just tells you how wide open the SHL is when it comes to leaderboards, because it's just so much team hockey. A lot of these offenses have multiple guys with double-digit goals, double-digit points, and it's just really balanced just throughout the entirety of the season.
No doubt about it. Here's a long shot just wide from Drew Gami from York. Stepping up Mulvey, trying to keep that puck deep. It's picked off and cleared out of there by Brother Rice. There's a couple of Crusaders connecting on that pass as Gaskin's got it now. Gaskin trying to ward off a check, but Gami took it away from him. And now it's Mulvey looking to up ice. Here's Chong, centered it, sticked away by Cecil. Chong was trying to find Ethan Baker, but that play was broken up. Now Chong is in again, had his stick lifted. Now Chong with another shot, rolls to Chu, and he couldn't get a handle on it. Luke Chu back to the point, Hipsch with a shot, and it was partially fanned on. I don't think he got a lot on that. Gaskin the other way, he'll dump it in and go for a line change. SHL completing a change as well as Hipsch dumps it off. Loftus up the boards, deflects in deep. Here is Swift, the Lone Lake Forest scout on the SHL All-Stars. Got some puck support from Lochnicki. Then back to Klein. Long wrister, stick save. Rebound is loose. Catholic League able to get to it first. Speeding the other way is Tengelson from Mount Carmel. He takes a check. Reverse the other way. It's Loftus with it. He tries to dump it down, but it ends up in one of the benches out of play.
Yeah, and you talk about how in the interview with Evan Poulakidis that Dylan had earlier, how he said, watch out, you're going to get hit. We've seen that numerous times now. One down there, Tengelson, could have been a boarding call, 50-50, but they'll leave things clean.
Guys, you want to play a little game? Over, under, half a penalty in this game.
It's a tough line.
I'm going to go over. I think we'll see some physical play, especially if one team or the other gets a little bit of a lead. Things tend to get a little bit more physical later on.
All right, well, give me the under.
Dylan seems very confident down there.
He sure does. The way it's going now, I wouldn't expect a ton of penalties, but you never know.
You know these refs don't want to call one in this game.
Icing is called there.
Nothing beats the All-Star game in the NHL All-Star game down in Tampa a few years ago where they had a coach's challenge for offside, and the goal was called off. I didn't even know that was allowed in the All-Star game.
Neither did I. I guess in an All-Star game, you've already got plenty of goals, so to get one called back, it's pretty funny. Here comes the SHL. The pass, the shot, oh, and it just went off the side of the goal. Good chance for one of the Stevenson Patriots there. That was Wojdelko.
Yeah, and had that one finished, a secondary assist would have gone to Jimmy Brown. You see those two on a line together. Good chemistry between those two.
Pad save made there by Cecil on another try from the SHL.
Yeah, what a season Cecil has been having. His team 14-0-0. He's 10-0 by himself. First in the CCHL in the win column for goaltenders.
.932 save percentage and a .141 goals against for the Bennett senior Ben Cecil. Another icing whistle brings the draw into his end. 6:54 to go here in period one. No score between the Catholic League and the Scholastic Hockey League.
And you know, Ben Cecil, some would argue that the CCHL has just weaker opponents, but this guy has been through it all. He had an incredible O'Grady tournament run where they lost to New Trier in the semifinals, but even against a team like Loyola, he stopped 26 out of 27. He is one of the state's best, without a doubt.
Board battle here on the near side. Comes free to Gami. Now Vavra looking to center. Then sent back to the point. Mulvey able to keep it in. Max Vavra lost it, and it's hoisted back to center. Gami's got to chase after it. How about York? Their hot streak going into the holiday break. Here's a shot, and that one was fought off by Raderman. Not sure if he got the end of his glove on it. Now it is that is Rose looking for Ben Vavra. Over to Max Vavra, back to the point. Returns it to Max. Now Ben Vavra shoots and a save by Cecil. Rose trying to fight his way to the net. Had it knocked away from him.
Guys,
Catholic League will regroup.
Sorry about that. The message here in the CCHL bench, or pardon me, the SHL bench from the coaches is don't be afraid to take that shot. Players are trying being a little too fancy with their passes, but just get pucks to the net, repeated over and over here by the four coaches.
Here's a chance, and it rolls on goal, and Ciesla able to cover up. Yeah, you got a lot of skill on the ice between both teams. Sometimes it's hard to take that simple play when you want to be creative, you want to make a good play. And I'm sure there's some guys out here that don't want to be selfish with the puck. Face-off won by the CCHL, but good pressure here. A turnover. Oh, and a centering pass just snuck through. Gaskin's got it, and he goes the other way. They'll chip and chase. Good play there by Klein. Headman pass to a New Trier rival. Now Hipsch has it. Klein over to Chong, who kicks it in. Garrett Chong on the near side wall. Gave it to Chu. Runs into a check. Good defense there from Jimmy Cannon, one of the Bennett Red Wings on this Catholic League All-Star team. Now Esposito up the boards, held in by Klein. Long shot is blocked. Another try, wide of the net. Here's Chu, centered, the shot, score! Ethan Baker breaks the tie. And it's the New Trier Green All-Star, making it a 1-0 lead for the SHL.
Yeah, talking in person with his coach, Adam Cherish, there's a reason he's one of the best players in the state, to his coach's word. He gets open there in the high slot, and he is one of the best shots I have ever seen in high school hockey. He lets it loose there. And not talking about that specific shot, of course, but Dylan and I have seen it even when they play Glenbrook South. That guy has a rocket.
Yeah, no kidding. This has really been a breakout season for him. Probably absolutely stoked to make this all-star team, and goes ahead and gets the first goal of the game.
Sharp angle shot from the CCHL as they try to answer back. Ethan Baker enjoying a good season for New Trier Green, 15 points in 16 games. 9 of those are goals. Here's a centering pass, missed everybody, gets outside the zone. Catholic League moving the other way. Harris with a shot, sent it wide. Finn Harris from Providence put it up the boards, and it's taken away by Swift. His pass to Lochnicki, had it and lost it, as that was broken up there by Jackson Steinloff. 3-year varsity player, Steinloff, now taken away by the SHL. Centering pass, got deflected towards the point. Now it's Mulvey with a shot. He hit the glass with it. It'll be held in here. Gami able to keep the play alive. Wadelko goes cross ice. Mulvey looking to center. Passes behind Hoffer, and back the other way they come. Drop pass, intercepted. Now Hoffer's got it, trying to chip it out. Good keep there by Trey Howitz. Here is Hoffer able to break it out of the zone. He's in, he shoots, and a save by Ciesla. Follow-up try is denied. A couple of good saves there from Ben Ciesla. Howitz of Marmion Academy puts it up ice. Now it's Lazara. Back to the point. Schwartz shoots, missed the net. Kept in here by Cannon. Jimmy Cannon centered it. Backhand shot. Lazara is stopped by Raderman. 2 minutes to go here in the first. 1-0 SHL. Hipsch lost it, but he got some puck support. Ben Vavra battling against 2 in red. Finally, it's taken away. And it'll be dumped in there by Hutch Dunley from St. Ignatius. That pass eluded everybody. It'll go for an icing against the SHL. 1-0 the score, and the SHL have an 11-7 shots advantage. So far, the lone goal is Ethan Baker, assisted by Luke Chu and Garrett Chong. So that Nutrier Green forward line getting on the board first.
Yeah, if you want a shot, if you're the CCHL squadron, you got to contain that Nutrier line. Those guys have played with each other forever.
Nice.
Talk about the fourth skater there. Zach Hipsch was on the ice too. So all 4 Nutrier Green skaters in this roster get the +1 on that goal.
SHL will dump it in as we approach the final minute in this one. Battle along the wall in front of the SHL bench. It's chased to the corner now. Centering pass. Oh, and it nearly connected as Dunley was looking for the man in front. That was Hudson Schlee from Bennett. Pass eluded him, and then the puck out of play.
Yeah, shot attempt missed off the stick of James Esposito, but scratch that. What a season he's been having. As you mentioned earlier, 22 points. Get a load of this. He has notched a point or more in every single CCHL game this season. The Crusaders are 9-1-0, probably partially because of that.
That is consistency.
Just a junior, too, so the Crusaders going to return some great talent next year.
Here's Esposito with a shot. Save, rebound, and another stop by Raderman. He made a couple of good pad saves.
That's got to be the best save we've seen yet from either side.
The goalie's putting in the work here in the first period. Here is Chong to the front of the net, and a save made by Ciesla. Tipped right on goal by Baker, but Ciesla was there with the glove.
Yeah, it seems he almost wasn't expecting it at first. You see it takes a redirection last second. Or there's a save by Raderman, by the way. And then here's the try in front. Ciesla gets it right into his mitt. Great reaction time to make the stop.
Good positioning as well. Long shot. Ciesla punched it out of there with the blocker. Here's Gaskin trying to sweep it ahead. Now he's got it to Esposito. Could be a 2-on-1 here. The long shot blockered away by Raderman. He had to get rid of it. As you hear the horn, and time has expired here at the end of the first period. We're back at Allstate Arena for the high school all-star face-off. Dylan Ward is rink side. Hopped over to the CCHL bench. Who do you got down there, Dylan?
Guys, I'm here with St. Ignatius coach and CCHL coach Spence Montgomery, and hey, you guys are down 1-0, but you're keeping it close. How's it going out there? What are you seeing?
Yeah, we're not here to keep it close. We're going to attack success today. We feel like the CCHL has had a really great year and an upswing, and I love to see the pace and camaraderie. These guys, they battle all season, and then in the locker room they're making friends and hanging out. But we're here to win a hockey game.
Well, you guys, along with Fenwick, play in both leagues, so you guys actually know these players a little bit better. How do you think that helps you out?
We do. Listen, it's a friendly environment. We know some tendencies. We're talking about where to shoot on goalies. We're talking about how guys like to play, but really this is about celebrating how great high school hockey is in Illinois.
All right, thanks, Spence. Guys.
Thanks, Dylan. Dylan Ward bringing us the rinkside interviews all day long. And upstairs we've got Luke Jordan and myself, Chris Dubiel. Thank you for joining us here on Marquee Sports Network. It's the high school all-star face-off between the SHL and CCHL. 1-0 lead here as we have just gotten underway in the second period. The Scholastic League has the lead. The lone goal coming from Ethan Baker from Nutrier Green. Here's Hipsch trying to center, and that is swatted away. We have new goalies to start this period for the Chicago Catholic League. It's Devin Stillo from Brother Rice, the senior goaltender. 141 goals against, a .924 save percentage. And down in the goal to our left from St. Viator, it's senior goalie Brock Harrer. He's got a .236 goals against and a .924 save percentage.
Yeah, and Hare, also a leader of the Vider Squadron. He wears an 8 as a goalie, which is something you don't see too often. So does Wyatt Schmidt, who we'll see in the third period for the Scholastic team.
Yeah, all the goalies, leaders of their respective teams on the SHL. We saw Raderman play a great first period.
And I won't lie, this isn't no recency bias. This might be the best three-headed dragon of SHL goaltenders you will find for a long time.
Here's Lochnicki in one-on-one, trying to get around the defense, and a good poke check is made there by Nathan Wilczak, one of the captains from Brother Rice. Now could be another chance here for the SHL. A couple of dancing moves there. That was Jimmy Brown trying to get past the defense, but Catholic League was able to thwart that.
Yeah, and credit to Ryan Loftus, who now gets off, but he got that play started. He's been very collected in the neutral zone. He's found lanes that didn't even exist, to my eyes.
Here is Brown finding the puck behind the net, centered it, and Hoffer was denied there by Stillo. Now picked up by Jackson Steinloff. Steinloff in over the line, takes a long wrister, and Herrer gloves it and holds.
I like Jackson Steinloff's speed. He's one of the fastest players in the state. I'm almost feeling he should maybe try to beat the defender on the outside there. Use that confidence that he's had all season. Like we mentioned, the SHL point leader and also fourth in the CCHL in points.
29 points in 22 SHL games, 19 points in 11 Catholic League games for Jackson Steinloff of St. Ignatius. Board battle. Brown had it and lost it. Long shot Steinloff that hit traffic in front. Puck is hoisted off the glass and out. Could be a 2-on-1 here for the SHL. Wadelko shoots. He scores! Brian Wadelko. A top shelf snipe. And it's 2-0 SHL.
My goodness, get the radar gun out for that one. What a shot. And what a setup as well by the SHL, getting out of the defensive zone. It just skips over the stick of Nathan Wilczak. It's such a tough puck to hold at the point. He just couldn't do so. And instead the other way was Delco with one heck of a shot. Leads Stevenson in points per game.
The Stevenson Patriot adds to the SHL lead. Wadelko with 6 goals and 7 assists in 15 games in the SHL this season. Now here's Steinloff trying to get it out. Couldn't get it by the defender. Now it's moved the other way here by the CCHL. Centering pass. Steinloff trying to go across, and it is picked off by Gami. Now the Carmel boys come the other way. Here's a shot saved by Stillo. Rebound is loose. Gami couldn't put it home. And then the net is knocked loose, and we get a whistle-stopping play here with 13:40 to go here in period 2.
Yeah, and what work by Drew Gami. He got that started from his own defensive zone. He's playing as a defender in this game, but he makes his way up near the goal line on that odd man rush and nearly put down a rebound into the net. If not for the net coming off.
Here's Vavra looking for Rose. Play is broken up and led the other way by Lazara. Dylan Lazara trying to get to the net. Backhand shot is stopped by Herrer. Centering pass is blocked there by Rose. And he got it to Max Vavra. Then ahead to Ben Vavra. Centered. Oh, what a save made by Stillo. He stopped Mulvey, who joined the rush from the defensive position and got a good shot on net.
Oh, I'd love to see the replay of that one. It looked like it hit the top of Stillo's pad. It is a game of mere centimeters out here.
Catholic League trying to respond. Here's a shot. Score! Hudson Schlee, the CCHL points leader, gets his team on the board.
Yeah, and this is Schlee's first real good chance of the game, and he takes total advantage of it. Hudson Schlee, one of the players you gotta watch out for if you're the SHL, and he's the one that ends up putting home the Chicago Catholic League's first goal of the All-Star Faceoff.
He's one of 4 Bennett Red Wings in this game, the captain for the Bennett Academy squad that is 14-0. And a blistering wrister beats Harrer to make it 2-1. Here's Wilczak now trying to get by the defense. Play is broken up. And now here is Chong moving it across to Ethan Baker.
Maybe a little relaxed on the no offside call there.
Did not get a close look at it, but got to take advantage of any opportunity you get, and the CCHL does exactly that. Here's Esposito, put it across, and a save by Harrer. Good opportunity there for the Catholic League as Esposito had a man, and that was, I believe that was Johnny Senna.
Guys, as soon as CCHL put in that goal, Stevenson head coach Dan Wood taking care of business here. He's talking with Drew Gami of the York Dukes. He's got the dry erase board out on the SHL bench, so the SHL realizes that, you know, this is not going to be as big of a blowout as some of these guys might have expected, and they're going to have to lock in here if they want to take the win.
Here is Esposito behind the cage, centering pass, and a save is made by Harrer on Senna. Another shot from Esposito, and Harrer covers it up.
Another couple of great chances there for the CCHL. You can tell there's a clear momentum swing off of Schley's goal.
Yeah, definitely some more juice for the CCHL the last couple of minutes. Here's Lochnicki picking it up for the SHL. Lochnicki of Loyola Gold. Got some help from Swift. Backhand shot. Stillo made the save. Rebound chance is put wide by Loftus. And then coming over to try and make the save, Stillo kicked the net off the post, so we get a stoppage in play. Face-off will be inside the Catholic League zone. 11:39 to go here in period 2. 2-1 lead for the Scholastic Hockey League. Loftus for Peter Lochnicki. The junior from Loyola trying to center it. It deflects back to the point. Loftus with a shot, sailed it wide. Cross-ice pass. And Logan Lyons sent it across. Shot off the boards. Pad save Stillo. And the rebound is rescued there by Harris. Catholic League trying to get it out of their zone. Trey Howitz up ahead to Harris from Providence. Goes off his skate and all the way down. They were short of center, so it's icing against the CCHL.
And Devin Stillo, you can tell he's great with his pads. The only thing is he has such an aggressive kick in his legs that sometimes he's going to kick rebounds right into the slot. If I'm the Scholastic coaching staff, I'm saying get shots low and crash the net. Every goal does not have to be fancy in an all-star game. You just got to play that meat and potatoes hockey, as one of my former coaches would say.
Evan Pulikitis said it pregame. They're trying to play simple north-south hockey. And we're starting to see that more from both sides. As they're just trying to get pucks on net. Here's Hoffer behind the defense. Hoffer's in. He shoots. Oh, and Stillo got a piece. Blake Hoffer with the breakaway chance. Couldn't convert. Catholic League coming in the other way. Steinloff had it roll away from him. Here's Wodelko. He's got a goal in this game, trying to get through the defense. He is sandwiched there by a couple of Catholic League defensemen. Chased down to the end boards now in the SHL zone. Steinloff's got it. He shoots, and a save by Harrer. Had to think about it, but he's able to hang on for the whistle after a brief look over his shoulder.
Yeah, guys, good defensive play by number 10 on the CCHL All-Star team, Jimmy Cannon from Bennett. Back-checking there on Blake Hoffer's breakaway. Talk about Brian Wodelko. He actually broke his stick during warm-ups. Luckily, he had a backup, and he used it to score that second goal for the SHL.
How about that? You get a a broken stick. Some players are very particular about which stick they're using, maybe a little bit superstitious, and broke one, go to the next one, and you score with your backup. How about that? Here is Vavra with the puck, trying to weave it through his skates, but then had it stolen away. Lazara had his pocket picked. Here's Klein looking to center. It's out of the reach of Rose, who just has to chip it back deep. Wilczak ran into traffic. Vavra tried to make a play on the puck. That got deflected to the far side. Rose trying to dig it loose. He won it back. Here's Hipsch with a shot, and that one went high. And that go out of play?
Yeah, these pucks are doing a pretty good job sneaking through the netting. I think there's a little opening there. That's the second one that's hit the seats.
Yeah, about a foot. Now, I'm actually going to, as a non-former hockey player myself, I'm going to ask you guys, with the blue seating, there's nobody behind the net on each side. And I'm starting to lose the puck a little bit, and I think, Chris, you did too for a second there. Is that, does that mean anything for these players? Is something they're not used to in terms of tracking the puck when it bounces up high like that?
I think it's a great point you make. I feel like it does not affect hockey as much as it does some other sports. You're talking about basketball when you're playing in high school gyms to then playing in college arenas where there's seats behind you. It throws off your depth perception, but not as much in hockey. It's a good point, though, absolutely.
I think if it's going to throw off sight lines for anybody, it's the goaltenders.
Yeah.
But eventually they will get settled in and used to the views down on the ice. But at least for us upstairs, I lost sight of that puck. I could hear it hit the glass, but I didn't see it actually go out.
I heard the sound of the seat. That gave me the evidence it was out of play.
SHL goes back to work. Here's a long shot. Scrambling for it is Stillo after he made the save, and then he got some help from his defense. And now the CCHL pushing the other way. Here's Esposito. Oh, he just sent it wide. Gaskin trying to keep the play alive. Pushed out of there by a couple of New Trier Trevians. Here's a shot from Chu, and he just snapped it wide on the one-timer. Now it is Harris. Over the line, Finn Harris trying to kick to his stick. Got some help. Here's a chance for the Catholic League, and a save by Harrer. I thought a centering pass was coming there from Esposito, but he elected to shoot. Now Steinloff, scratch that. That was Richie Glenke from St. Rita with the shot. And then it's hoisted back the other way. Chasing after it is Loftus. Loftus won the puck. He holds, shoots, blocker save by Stillo. And then a long wrister is denied. SHL keeps the possession going. Here is Swift. Swift with a long wrister into the glove of Stillo. He will not give a rebound. And a whistle stops play with 7:11 to go in period number 2, and a much more wide open second period as these teams are really trading chances.
And yeah, talk about trading. We're trading goalies now. 4 goalies for the CCHL, so therefore 2 of them got to split a period, and it's Stillo who now comes out for a fresh Cole Alessi.
Cole Alessi throwing on the number 1 sweater for the CCHL. Alessi of the Fenwick Friars. A .916 save percentage and 151 goals against for Fenwick in the CCHL.
You talk about his most recent game playing number 1 Bennett. He was nearly perfect. He stopped 20 out of 21, but the offense just couldn't find one, and then they end up losing to the Red Wings 1-0. Not too often you see that nowadays, Chris.
No, not at all. And sometimes those low-scoring games are fun. Everybody's on the edge of your seat. It's a nail-biter, and here's a chance here for Lochnicki off a turnover. He scores! Peter Lochnicki with the steal and the breakaway, and he puts it off the post and in. 3-1 SHL.
So hard to defend that once you turn the puck over. Already picking up speed before he intercepts that puck is Peter Lochnicki, and from there he is gone. Finds himself alone with Alessi, who hasn't faced a shot yet. It's a really tough situation for the fresh goaltender, and Lochnicki takes advantage.
And Luke, this is something that we talked about on our Scholastic Sit Down podcast, but Loyola did not have any representation at the All-Star game last year because they were out of town at a tournament. So Peter Lochnicki gets Loyola on the board here at Allstate Arena.
That shot goes into the glove of Harrer, who gets the whistle. 6:18 to go, a 2-goal lead again for the SHL. With Lochnicki finding the back of the net, and at the beginning of the season, the Loyola Gold coach, Scott Sorello, said Lochnicki has as much skill as any player that he's coached. He was just looking for some more consistency, and Lochnicki's shown that, making the All-Star team for the SHL. 9 goals, 9 assists in 21 games for the Ramblers.
Yeah, and how about a current 5-game point streak for him as well?
Here's a long wrister. Oh, Harrer had to shovel that one away. SHL trying to clear the zone. Here is Mulvey from Glenbrook South. Dropped it back to his teammate Hoffer. Now a wrister and a save made there by Alessi. CCHL trying to counterattack with the long stretch pass, but it misses Lazara, and that's an icing against the Catholic League.
Yeah, that'll make it feel better if you're Cole Alessi after letting in that first shot that was so difficult to face. That's actually Jimmy Brown that gets loose in the slot. Busted the coverage of the CCHL. Gets a good opportunity, but Alessi able to deny it and get his composure back.
The Carmel line is back out there for the SHL. Puck taken away there by the Catholic League. They lift it to center. Vavra dumps it in. Here's Lazara reversing the puck towards Cannon, but it's out of his reach. Here's Hipsch at the point. He sends it deep for Deacon Rose. Centering pass. They score! A beautiful feed by Deacon Rose, and it's Ben Vavra making it 4-1.
How about that shift? We talked about the Carmel line, how they have the second best offense in the SHL. That line showing right there. Beautiful setup. They work it from behind the goal line into the slot, and they keep finding a loose spot in the CCHL defense's coverage, and now they have a 3-goal lead.
Perfect centering pass there by Rose. And the senior Ben Vavra finishes it off to make it 4-1. Catholic League with the puck now as they'll look to answer back. Long pass deflects all the way down on goal, and Harrer makes the save, and we're going to have a little bit of pushing and shoving as Hudson Schlee gave a rough ride to Mac Klein in front of the SHL net, but it doesn't look like we will have a penalty, at least not just yet.
Yeah, I don't think we will, but that really could go either way. You could argue it's a little bit of roughing after the play, but you know what? Schlee, showing he's fiery and competitive, and he wants his team back in the game.
Face-off win by the Catholic League. They get it deep. Esposito looking to center, but his pass off the mark. Luke Chu moves it ahead. Board battle. Catholic League coming up with it. Esposito looking to center. Oh, and he put it off the pads of Brock Harrer, who made the save. Back the other way they go. It's the SHL with the puck. Lions will chip and chase. Played out of there by Wilczak. And then a big collision in the corner. A couple of players and the referee all go down as they fish for that loose puck. And finally, it's played up the boards here on the near side, not out. Chipped off the wall. Good keep there by Lions. Finally, they get it free. Centering pass is off a skate. That's off the stick of Baker. Chong trying to center. That's blocked away. And chopped back to the line, not out, held in by Mulvey. A couple of nice keeps by the defense for the SHL. Now it comes free to Esposito. Esposito looking for some help. Couldn't get by the defenseman. As Jake Semilak made a nice play. Now it is Chu. Tried a drag move, but left the puck behind. Gami gives it to Peter Lochnicki, one of the goal scorers for the SHL today. Trying to feed it across. Pass hit a leg. Mulvey trying to keep it in. Puck is taken away here by Howitz. He's knocked down, but quickly back up to his skates, trying to chip it deep. 2:20 to go here in the second period. 4-1 SHL. Long pass. Looking for Swift. Good recovery there by the Catholic League. It's Schwartz from Providence giving it to Howitz. And the defenseman play catch and get it out of the zone. Harris will shoot it in. Drew Gami back to get it. Then over to Loftus. Loftus enters the zone. Going wide, put it off the side of the goal. And the Catholic League will clear it back to center. Loftus moved it ahead, but couldn't get it deep as Dunley sent it down the ice.
Yeah, how about Ryan Loftus? He has quite the fan section near the right side blue line in front of us. A ton of different Ryan Loftus St. Viator jerseys down there.
Always good to see family and friends supporting their players. Here's a shot that gets blocked. Steinloff trying to follow it. Oh, and a centering pass. Just missed connecting there for the CCHL. Here's a chance. Steinloff with a shot, and it's fought off by Harrer. Less than a minute to go here in the second. Catholic League threatening here, trying to get one more on the board before the intermission. Steinloff. His pass is picked off, and it's Brian Widelko. Up ahead, he finds Hoffer behind the defense. Hoffer shoots. He scores! Blake Hoffer with a late goal makes it 5-1 SHL.
Yeah, talk about sneaking behind the defense. He gets by Jimmy Cannon there, and it's another breakaway on Alessi. He knows to put it where he isn't. As simple as it sounds, that's what they've been doing against Alessi in the short time that he's been in net.
Guys, Blake Hoffer is a player I see on a nightly, gamely basis working with Glenbrook South, and he is able to split the defense like that so often. Just has tons of speed, especially with, as big of a body as he has.
He's the SHL's goals leader with 15 in 19 games. And he shows that scoring touch there. It's Blake Hoffer of GBS makes it 5-1 SHL as we're down to the final 10 seconds here in this second period.
It's absurd to me that this isn't Blake Hoffer's primary sport as well. Earlier this year, he committed to Illinois for baseball.
Yeah, he's a pitcher.
Lefty, too. Not too often you see that.
The crafty lefty with a crafty goal, and it is a 5-1 score after 2 periods of play. We will take the full intermission break here between the second and third periods before we play the final 17 minutes of this one. Because we're going to have an ice cut. We will throw it to break. You're watching the high school all-star face-off here at Allstate Arena, live on Marquee Sports Network. We'll be right back. We're back here at Allstate Arena. Second intermission as the SHL leads the Chicago Catholic Hockey League 5-1. If you're joining us late, we'll recap the scoring for you. It was Ethan Baker getting on the board first as the Nutria Green line combined for the first goal. It was Baker from Luke Chu and Garrett Chong to make it 1-0. Blake Hoffer scored the most recent goal. I'm reading out of order here. It was Ben Vavra scoring the second goal of the game, assisted by Matt Klein to make it 2-0 SHL. And then they extended it to a 3-0 lead when Peter Lochnicki found the back of the net. The CCHL answered back. Hudson Schlee from Bennett, assisted by Dylan Lazara and Jimmy Cannon, made it 3-1. But then it was the SHL adding to their lead. Brian Wadelko of Stevenson finding the back of the net, and then Blake Hoffer had that late breakaway goal. A nice stretch pass from Loyola's Mac Klein to make it 5-1. And it's really, it feels like it's just been the SHL capitalizing on their opportunities, because it doesn't feel like the ice has been tilted one way or the other in this game.
Yeah, no, not at all, Chris. I just feel like it's the finishing touch that the SHL has right now, and they have a lot of it. They've been able to finish plays, and I think the Chicago Catholic League has created some good chances. I think it's that third guy getting to the net, or just numbers-wise, somebody is off the spectrum, and that's what typically results, in a 1-2 play instead of 1-2-3, 3 being the goal. But I'm not disappointed with the way the Chicago Catholic League is playing, and this is one of those games. It's not the first ever hockey game where you see a score and you're like, wow, that does not sum up what we've seen. Because like you said, there really hasn't been a nice tilt. It's just the SHL finishing when it matters, and that's what's given them such a large lead.
Yeah, you take a quick peek at the shots on goal. It's a 29-22 advantage for the SHL, so that kind of gives a little bit more credence to what we're saying. It hasn't been a totally tilted ice, but the finishing for the SHL has just been spectacular. You look at all of the goals they've scored, and it's been pinpoint shots finding the back of the net. And the CCHL, they've had some great chances as well, a couple of doorstep opportunities, but we saw, especially in that first period, Michael Raderman, one of the top goalies in the state, one of the seniors that the Glenbrook North Spartans really lean on. He made a few huge saves, and then his night was done, and you turn it over to Brock Hare, who's another incredible goaltender, and he was near perfect in that second period. So the goaltending and the finishing for the SHL, the difference thus far.
Oh, especially the goaltending. I mentioned it earlier. I referenced these three SHL goaltenders as a three-headed dragon of senior goalies here in the SHL. They have both been so important to their own organizations in their own fashion. We just saw Brock Hare still play one heck of a second period, and now we're going to see Wyatt Schmidt in the third period. And one thing about Wyatt Schmidt is he knows where to be. He is like positionally perfect from the games I've watched. Dylan and I, who called the O'Grady Cup Championship, and for those of you that don't know what that is, that's a Thanksgiving tournament that is held between actually a lot of these Chicago Catholic teams and Scholastic Hockey League teams. New Trier made it to the final. They ended up losing in overtime, but the reason they made it there was because of Wyatt Schmidt. And just seeing him in person, he does not have many flaws. You got to get some awkward bounce, or you got to get a rebound on him typically, because you're talking long-distance shots, he's typically got it covered.
And Schmidt, he was part of a tandem with Drew Durdov last season. They won a state championship together. They won a Scholastic championship together. They competed at nationals, and now it's Wyatt Schmidt's net for the most part for this New Trier team this year, and he has not missed a beat.
Absolutely. And, now you have another great backup in Mark Pauly, who came from the New Trier Blue Squad. He has been incredible. Check out his numbers. I believe he has a sub-1 goals allowed average. He does not play against some of the tougher opponents statistically, but when he is needed as a backup and Schmidt needs a break, he has been incredible as well. That 1-2 punch, 1A, 1B, whatever you want to call it, is the recipe for what could be another state championship for the Trevians.
Yeah, they've won 2 in a row, and they're just humming along here in 2024-25, looking for number 3, but you've got a St. Ignatius team on the other side that plays in both the Scholastic League and the CCHL that have been firing on all cylinders. We touched on it earlier. They've got 5 All-Stars in this game for the CCHL, including one of the goaltenders. We will likely see Brody Netsky to start the third period for the CCHL and top that off with Mike Hollab, Austin Haynes, Jackson Steinloff, and Hutch Dunley. That has been a heck of a squad, especially coming into the holiday break with how well that they've been playing.
Yeah, if there's a year to win the state championship for the St. Ignatius Wolfpack, it is now. I talked about it earlier. That senior core is so deadly. You got Austin Haynes and Jackson Steinloff working together, two guys that have played with each other for a while. They gel so well out there. And we've seen St. Ignatius play their best hockey against some of the best teams in the state. They took down New Trier in that Thanksgiving tournament, as I mentioned, in the fifth overtime, if I recall correctly. I mean, did you just give me 6? Did you say 6 or was it 5? It was 5. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy what they did against New Trier. And when they want to play their best hockey, they can be the best team in the state. You talk about how New Trier is a great state contender. You got to count in the Wolfpack as well.
Will be fun to see how they can do as the rest of the season comes ahead. And 2025, we are going to take a quick break. You're watching the High School All-Star Face-Off here on Marquee Sports Network. We're live at Allstate Arena. All-Star Face-Off between the SHL and the CCHL. We've got Dylan Ward rinkside on the SHL bench. He's with Jim Philbin of Glenbrook South.
Thanks, guys. Coach Philbin, this is your 35th year coaching Glenbrook South, but third year in this All-Star new tradition. What do you make of this game so far and how your team's participating?
You know what? We played pretty well. I think we got our legs under us after the first period. You know, the guys got to get used to each other a little bit. I think we controlled the puck better in the second and got a lot more opportunities and buried them.
Your very own Blake Hoffer scoring the 5th goal there, splitting ahead of the defense. You've got 2 All-Stars on this team, both juniors. What have they meant to not only your team but here today?
Yeah, I mean, it's so nice having them out here. You know, Ryan's been with us, you know, since his freshman year, and Hoff's, you know, been doing great with us the last couple of years. So extremely proud of them. Glad I'm on the bench with them. Hope they do keep doing well this third period.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. That's Dylan Ward, our rinkside reporter, doing a great job all game long. We've got Luke Jordan, and I'm Chris Dubiel here for the High School All-Star Face-Off here on Marquee Sports Network. Happy to have you along with us. The SHL leading this one 5-1 as we're just underway here in the third. The Catholic League regrouping with the puck. Here's Dunley. He finds his St. Ignatius teammate Steinloff. Dropped it back. Here is Haynes looking to center, and that play was broken up. Now another try for Steinloff, and it's deflected up into the air. Wyatt Schmidt making a good save.
Wondering how in the world did that stay out of the net there. Really good chance in front. A lot of Wolfpack in on Schmidt. You're going to see it here from our net cam. And I think it took a redirection off of potentially Schmidt's stick. It's hard to see, but either way, great work by Schmidt. You know, he hasn't faced shots since warm-ups, but he's adjusting pretty well early on. You know, in this game, I think the third period is the toughest period to play goalie in. And I think it's for the reason I mentioned. You take warm-up shots, but it is ages ago. You sit on that bench for 2 periods, you got to come out fiery.
Schmidt, the new goalie for the SHL. And down to our left, it's Brody Netsky from St. Ignatius in goal for the CCHL. He faces his first shot. It's sent wide. Chu sends it deep for Chong. Garrett Chong looking to center. Here's Chu. Missed the one-timer. He was streaking down the middle, and that would have been a good scoring chance had he connected with that puck.
Absolutely. The SHL all game has been taking advantage of openings in the high slot. Another one gifted there.
Wilczak tried to shot, but fanned on it. Back the other way they come. Here's Baker. Had the first goal of the game. Chong settles, shoots. Good block there by Nathan Wilczak. He carries it ahead, looking for some help. Wilczak checked. Good play there by Jake Semlak, one of the GBN Spartans, making the play at the blue line. Glenbrook North, a fantastic team defensively. Defense and goaltending, along with solid special teams, is how they win.
Yep. Best goals allowed average in the SHL. And among the top 3 defenses in the league of the Scholastic Hockey League, it is GBN, New Trier, and St. Viator. Get a load of that. All 3 starting goaltenders in the core for the SHL in this All-Star game.
And guys, I know we're not there yet, but of course in the regular season in high school hockey, that 5-goal differential does initiate a running clock, but we will play the full 17 minutes of this third period regardless of the score here today.
Good to know, Dylan, and makes all the sense of the world when you're just trying to get everybody ice time in a game like this. Obviously they're competing, they're trying to get a win, but it's an exhibition game at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is such a huge advantage for these players that get to participate in this game, because you talk about the upcoming weekend. You're rolling right back in the league play, getting a jump on some ice time before you get into the real competitive stuff.
Howitz wins a battle and is able to put the puck ahead. Now here's James Esposito from Brother Rice looking to center. Oh, and it's just out of the reach of Gaskin, who stumbled a bit on his way down the middle of the ice. Hoisted out of there by the SHL. And then chipped ahead by Swift. That shot blocked by Gaskin. Swift got it back. Now it's Loftus with it, trying to shake off the defender. Loftus had it knocked away. Good defensive stick there by Johnny Senna. Cannon with the puck. Fanned on his pass, but he was able to get to it. Now it's turned over, Gami. And then it's hoisted up over the glass, out of play by Schwartz, and we'll get a whistle stopping play. No penalty at this level. Just in the pro ranks will you see a delay of game for a puck cleared over the glass.
Yeah, guys, that under is looking juicy.
Right you are. Dylan mentioned at the start of the game, over under half of a penalty in this game. I thought we might see some physicality and maybe a penalty or two, but so far things have been pretty clean, pretty calm, as all these guys have been more so focused on making plays with the puck.
Absolutely. We saw some physicality in the first period, but it's definitely died down since. But I'm shocked we still haven't seen one penalty of any sort. I was doing the girls' high school all-star game last week, and I believe there were even 4 penalties in that one.
Hoffer reaching for it. Catholic League able to clear to center ice. Tingleson had it knocked away from him. Brown trying to get it deep. Bank pass off the boards, eludes everybody, goes all the way down the ice. Tingleson's there first, so there's no icing. Tried to play it back. Now a steal. Here's Steinloff. He shoots, and a save made by Schmidt. And it is deflected up and out of play. Jackson Steinloff creating a turnover and getting himself a scoring opportunity, but the goaltender was there with the blocker.
Yeah, don't be fooled by Jackson Steinloff's size. He's a physical skater, and he also has a very powerful shot, as you saw there, but Schmidt able to track it down on his stick side.
Battle off the draw. Puck comes free to Rose. Sends a long cross-ice pass to Vavra. He shoots. He scores! Max Vavra, top shelf. 6-1 SHL.
You talk about a pass of the game, you just saw it there. And that was off the stick of Deacon Rose. Just stretches the ice out, makes it so hard for the Catholic League to defend it on the far side.
Luke, you took the words out of my mouth. What an assist there for Deacon Rose. Is now both Vavra brothers on the scorecard here tonight.
Rose has got a couple of beautiful assists in this one. And have a day, Carmel Corsairs. They could have another chance here. Vavra with a shot. That was Ben looking for his second of the game. Klein steps up to keep it in. Now Klein to Deacon Rose. Back to Matt Klein. Now it's taken away by the Catholic League. Here's a long shot from Steinloff. It is gloved and held by Wyatt Schmidt.
Yeah, I mentioned you got to watch out for the new Trier line of this SHL All-Star team, but how about this Carmel line? They have created some incredibly valuable chances, cashing in there, and not for the first time today.
As Carmel's been a very good story this year. They've had some victories over some very good teams, upsetting Loyola.
New Trier as well.
And New Trier as well. And that's a team that can't be slept on.
Yeah, absolutely right. And believe it or not, they're currently out of a playoff spot, but I do not think that will change at the end of the year.
Now the SHL with the puck again. Lions trying to get it deep, but it's taken away. Shot into the zone. Lazara reaching for it, couldn't hang on to the puck. And now it is the SHL moving the other way. It's Chu. Luke Chu, kick to the stick. Tried to weave through a couple of defenders, but Lazara knocked it out of the zone. Semilak over to Chu. His pass deflected. Loose puck at center. Scooped up here by Lions. Lions looking to center. Oh, that went off of a glove and then put just wide by Baker. And now the CCHL gets out. Could have a chance here. The shot. Glove saved by Schmidt. Rolled away from him, but he's able to fall on top of it. That was Hudson Schlee getting behind the defense. He had a goal earlier in the game, and he was looking for his second, but Schmidt was up to the task.
Yeah, talk about a goaltender having feel. He feels it trickle off his equipment. You get another look here, and he's got his glove right on top of it. That was trickling towards the net at some speed, but he was able to extinguish the situation very quickly, as well as that one.
Right off the draw, Schmidt makes another nice save, this time with the chest protector. He's able to pin that puck.
Yeah, big stick taps here on the SHL bench after that save by Schmidt.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the shots on goal, it's 31-30 favoring the Scholastic League right now, who leads 6-1. I think that the SHL has had some better chances, but overall, total, things are looking even. We talked about at intermission, Chris, about how this score does not represent the ice till at all.
Definitely. It's been a pretty even game chances-wise, at least to the eye test. But the goaltending for the SHL, they have come up with some tremendous saves. The Catholic League could easily have 3 or 4 goals here today. Here's Loftus looking cross ice. The pass did not connect. Gaskin. Brother Rice forward, moved it ahead. It's taken away from Senna. Gaskin got it back. Gave it to Senna. He shoots, and a save by Schmidt. And then it's cleared to the corner by Drew Gami. He's got Gaskin in his face, who put it down low. Mulvey over to Lochnicki. Nearly taken away by Esposito. Lochnicki now battling with Johnny Senna, the Fenwick captain, reaching for the puck. He plays catch with Esposito, trying to center. It comes free. Here's Dunley with a shot and a save by Schmidt. Puck is still loose. Catholic League buzzing in the O-zone. Doorstep attempt there by Esposito. He's stopped by Schmidt. Now could be an odd man rush the other way. Lochnicki with the puck. Put it across. Here's the shot. What a save made by Netsky. Sprawling across. He got it with the pad. Down they go the other way. The drop pass. Esposito. He scores! James Esposito. Back and forth hockey, and this time it is the Chicago Catholic League capitalizing.
Yeah, great shot by Esposito, but how about the 2 previous sequences before it? Schmidt with a handful of saves on one end. They come the other way. Brody Netsky slides out to make a save. You know, they have the saying, take a hit, make a play, but sometimes when you're talking about a game going this fast from north to south, take a save, make a play, and he ends up creating a breakout and an eventual goal off the stick of the junior James Esposito.
Esposito with the goal. Finn Harris is going to get an assist on that one. He made the drop pass. And the CCHL going back to work in the offensive zone once again.
And that's how you're going to score on Wyatt Schmidt. You got to get in tight or you got to make a move. Nice job by Esposito, very patient with this shot, and then eventually rifles it when he knows it's time.
Here's a long pass finding Harris. He shoots. That's deflected wide. I think the defenseman Klein got his stick in the way of that shot.
Absolutely did, Chris. Good eye.
Now they move back the other way. Matt Klein, sturdy, hardworking defender for Loyola Gold. He's had a very good day for the SHL All-Stars today. Here's Hoffer. Centered. Oh, and that one was chopped wide by Wodelko. The centering pass banks off the wall all the way back to Semilak. He shoots, stick save, rebound. Oh, and that's in the pads. Then they score. It's Hoffer again. It looked like Brody Netsky was about to make another incredible save, but Blake Hoffer was able to bank it in, and the SHL gets the goal right back.
Yeah, that's a real smart play by Hoffer. He sees that Netsky's trying to slide back to the near post, kind of using him as a bounce pad to launch it into the net.
Great effort there by Brody Netsky. Nearly came up with that save, but another crafty play there by Blake Hoffer. He's got his second goal of the game, and it's a 7-2 lead for the SHL here with 7.5 minutes to play in the third period. Lyons dumps it in. Back to get it is Cannon. And it's taken right back by the SHL. Cannon up the boards towards Steinloff. Then he got some help. Chipped down by Mike Hollub and Steinloff. Trying to win the puck off the boards. He was quickly surrounded by black sweaters. Semilak, he's pestered there by Hollub. The Wolfpack line is out here disrupting things for the Catholic League. It's Dunley at the point, looking to shoot. That one forced wide. Steinloff is bumped. Puck is held in. D-to-D pass. Here is Cannon towards the goal. Saved by Schmidt. Swept it out of there with the goal stick. And it's back out to center.
And boy, has the St. Ignatius line ever wreaked such havoc. They have had some good possessions today. Arguably the best line we've seen for the CCHL squad.
And the Catholic League comes in offside as Austin Haynes was reaching for that puck. Draw will come just outside the SHL zone here with 6:17 to go in the third. And now the CCHL has the shots on goal edge, 35-34, so no shortage of chances for the CCHL. They just have had trouble solving these goaltenders for the SHL.
Absolutely. They've had some great offensive possessions, but there's been some zone entries where they just take shots from the top of the circle, and I think to test goalies of these value, you got to be patient, kind of curl back and wait on some help. And that's something they've just struggled to do, but otherwise they have been great offensively.
Now the SHL trying to get something going. The forward line of New Trier is out there for the SHL. They have been productive in this game. They cause a turnover. Here is Chong to Baker looking for Chu, and the pass just not in his wheelhouse. Otherwise he would have had a 6x4 to shoot at there. 3-on-1, nice passing by the Trevians there. Now the CCHL has it in the offensive zone. It's Hudson Schlee. Schlee looking to center, and it dribbled through the slot. Howitz trying to keep it in. Chong lost his stick, but he got some help from Baker. Enters the zone with Chu, but they're offside, and the whistle stops play.
I'm not sure we've had any offsides calls in this game, but we just had 2 in the last 1 or 2 minutes there.
That's been pretty good flow in this game so far. Not a ton of whistles. We've seen some frozen pucks and the odd icing here or there, but for a couple of teams made up of players that don't normally play together, it's impressive that we haven't seen too many offsides. Here's a shot, Esposito, off the post.
That was in the net.
The referee waved it off, but everybody stopped, and the goal horn even had gone off. That's going to be Esposito's second of the game as long as they make the call of goal.
Guys, it may be an all-star game. It may be 7-2, but the CCHL All-Stars making their case heard, as are the SHL All-Stars right now, as 3 of the 4 officials huddled together, getting ready to make a decision.
Wait, this is a lot tighter of a look than I thought it would be. I thought it hit the back bar. Was that the crossbar? I still believe it just crossed the goal line, but they are not going to give it to the Catholic League.
To the naked eye here upstairs, it looked like it hit the crossbar, but there wasn't a loud sound, which kind of made me doubt it. But the referee was in position and washed it out right away. No goal, we play on. Esposito with a great chance there, just shy of scoring his second of the game.
Well, I'm glad I got this game recorded on my Xfinity system at home, because I will be watching that back, because it's one thing to see it off of a monitor here, but to see it off a big screen TV, I think it's going to give me true evidence of what just happened, because I'm still not sure if that's a goal or not. Off the naked eye, like you mentioned, sure looked like it was in until the official on the goal line said absolutely not.
SHL gets it out. Here's Brown leading the rush. He's pushed to the boards by a couple of CCHL players. Puck sent to the far side. Klein will pinch in, looking for Hoffer. Cut off there by Esposito. Held in by Wadelko. In deep is Brown. Spinning away from Howitz. Brown dropped it back for Zach Hipsch. Hipsch able to keep it in and send it down low. Cut off there by Howitz and lifted out. Wadelko had it knocked away from him. Harris leads it ahead to Esposito. Esposito just missed the puck as he was trying to enter in on the rush, kind of overskated it. Chance the other way here. Hoffer in front, backhand shot, score! It's Wadelko. Second of the game, Brian Wadelko was teed up there by Blake Hoffer, and he roofs it to make it 8-2 SHL.
Yeah, it's a real nice setup there by the SHL, and I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. Please, no hate comments, but I'm pretty sure that play was offsides. Hoffer swooped over the line. It was a little bit of a mishap. They took a second to get over the blue line. They do get away with it, and nonetheless, they still played the same hockey they have been playing all game. Just getting numbers towards the net, it works out as always there.
And guys, maybe the SHL gets 2 lucky breaks in a row, because as Ryan Loftus came off the ice following that no-goal call, Evan Polakita said, "Did that go in?" He goes, "Oh, yeah."
So maybe I was right all this time. Camera angles were fooling me.
Here's a chance. Semilak, and a pad save is made there by Brody Netsky, and a good collision in the corner between Vavra and Cannon. And that pass deflects up into the stands. It's out of play. 2:50 to go here in the third period.
Well, I tell you what, if they happen to miss the cleanup over there before the Wolves game, some lucky Wolves fans will walk away with a all-star face-off game puck.
Looks like there's a couple of kids that are all over that loose puck.
Still some behind the SHL goaltending crew, though. A couple that snuck through there. You never know.
That is true.
I'm sure they'll have it cleaned up, but you never know.
Some bonus souvenirs, maybe.
Yeah, I'll be here tonight watching the Wolves game, watching you do the PA, and not only that, but some of these players will be participating in skills competitions at the intermission, so it'll be a load of fun.
That'll be a ton of fun. We'll have a all-star relay race and then a shootout between the two teams. We'll have a few players from each side competing in those during the intermissions. I'll be hosting those, so it'll be fun during the Wolves game tonight.
And don't forget, make sure you follow SHL Network on Instagram, as that will be your home to watch that skills competition live.
If you can make it, of course. Otherwise, get out here.
CCHL moving the other way. Here's a shot, and it's gobbled up by Wyatt Schmidt. Book your next group outing with the Wolves. Learn more by visiting chicagowolves.com or calling 1-800-THE-WOLVES to enjoy a game with your friends, family, or coworkers here in 2025. Happy New Year, everyone. And thank you for joining us this afternoon. SHL opening up a big lead here in the third, as they look to get their third consecutive Wooden Skates trophy in this third annual All-Star Faceoff. The net is empty for the CCHL as that puck just lifted wide of the net.
That's one of those plays where you tend to get a little bit selfless. You don't want to have the empty netter, you want to have the assist, and Baker tries to do it there.
Especially with a bigger lead. If it's a one-goal game or a two-goal game, they're going directly to the net with that puck, but a little bit different scenario here.
Yeah, we'll see if SHL gets that Woidelko-Brown-Hoffer line out there, as Woidelko and Hoffer both with the opportunity for a hat trick.
Here's Chong battling with Howitz, dropped it back. Loftus is checked, taken away by the CCHL. Less than a minute to go in this one. Schmidt is out. He tried a shot. You know they wanted to get a chance for the goaltender with the empty net. CCHL trying for one more rush. They pass it back to Wyatt Schmidt. He's going to go for the empty net. He'll hoist it down. It's blocked by Howitz. Howitz into the zone. Had it taken away by Loftus. He'll go for the empty net, blocked by Wilczak.
How about Wilczak? Made a couple of great shot blocks today.
15 seconds to go, and here's the empty netter. And it is sealed by Luke Chu.
Nothing wrong with trying to get the goalie a goal in an all-star game. Fun idea, but it ends up being the offense in the end. Loftus in front. Luke Chu puts it home. I will say, though, some nice shot blocks in that sequence. The CCHL held their own without a goalie for sure. For quite a while.
Yeah, they kept possession of the puck. They were blocking the shots when they didn't have the puck. But ultimately not enough possession, and they weren't able to get the goal late. And this one is going to end by a final score of 9-2 as the time winds down and the horn sounds. And it's the Scholastic Hockey League with their third consecutive victory in the annual high school all-star face-off. They are the champs once again of the Old Wooden Skates Trophy, as it is a 9-2 final for the SHL over the CCHL. And now they'll line up to shake hands, and it's all friendly down there.
Absolutely. It's just talent respecting talent down there. I mean, all those players have done such great things for their organizations, and they're all excited to get back on the ice in their own team colors and play out the second half of the season. That will be quite an entertaining ride, as it always is here in the state of Illinois.
Yeah, teams get back into action as early as tomorrow. The last game in the SHL was December 21st, and then everybody had a nice long Christmas break. And now they are back, 2025. And it's time to play the home stretch of the season. We're going to take a quick break and wrap things up here at the Allstate. You're watching Marquee Sports Network. We're back at Allstate Arena. As you look down at the ice, all the All-Stars in one photo as the SHL and CCHL players all pose for a team photo after battling it out. A 9-2 victory for the SHL. And Tim Weaver from the Chicago Wolves is coming out with the Old Wooden Skates trophy, which will be presented to the SHL after their victory. And it is Michael Raderman to accept the trophy from the SHL. He was perfect in the first period, making a number of nice stops for the SHL.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is not going to be the last picture most of these guys take together with each other. You're talking about the two best leagues here in the state of Illinois when it comes to high school hockey. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of familiar faces when the All-State game ensues later this season. Of course, those are the top about 20-plus players in the state get selected to play into a game near playoff time, and I'm sure a lot of these guys will be repping that uniform as well as this one.
We're going to send it downstairs in just a moment. We've got Dylan Ward down at ice level. So we've got a lot of photo ops with friends and teammates happening after what was really a fun afternoon. And now we're going to send it downstairs with Dylan Ward. Dylan.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Brian Wojdelko. Well, first of all, in the warm-ups, you broke your stick. Good thing you brought a backup because you got 2 goals there.
Yeah, it was brutal. I took a shot in warm-ups, and the stick just snapped in my hands. I didn't tape this one before, so had to run the tape job from the last game.
Yeah, well, you were with Jimmy Brown, your teammate, and Blake Hoffer of the Titans on that line. You guys were probably the most dominant offensively, at least production-wise. What was it like playing with, Blake Hoffer there from Glenbrook South?
It was nice playing with him. He gets his head up and passes right on the stick to the tape, so we got to get some good shots off, and he's a big guy, so he got in front of the net to block the goalie's eyes.
The ref showed favoritism.
All right, thanks for doing this.
Yes, thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. Yeah, a great performance from Brian Wojdelko. Blake Hoffer, a couple of goals as well. That line was very productive, along with the new trio. We saw all 3 of the Carmel players making nice plays and getting on the score sheet. Just an all-around solid effort from the SHL, and they were able to hold off the Catholic League. They got their flurries of chances, but their goaltenders, they really showed up to play today.
Yeah, I mean, they knew what to do. When you talk about an all-star game, they brought the 3 most consistent and best goalies in the SHL. There are so many great ones this year, but when you just look at how long all those guys have been in a varsity uniform and the experience they have and how they've carried it over into all of their senior years, we're going to be missing them next year, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. It's great that they got this opportunity to shine on the big stage, play in an all-star game, play on TV in a big arena, and you see a lot of smiles. And that's what it's all about. This was a celebration of high school hockey and a showcase of the best players in the state. And it was a great afternoon. Happy you joined us here on Marquee Sports Network. That's going to do it from here. We've had Dylan Ward rink side, Jimmy the Wiz Olson, our producer, directing our great crew all game long. Luke, thank you for your analysis all game long. Luke Jordan. And for everyone I mentioned, my name is Chris Dubiel, thanking you for watching today's broadcast of the Chicago Wolves local hockey showcase of the High School All-Star Face-Off. We'll see you next time here on Marquee Sports Network.